Today, on 23rd of June 2023, I am going from Svalbard, Norway to Lofoten, the last point in Lofoten Islands. I already have covered journey till Henningsvær in my last video. So in this video, I will be covering my journey from Henningsvær, which is a small, very small island in northern Norway, till the next point or the last point, Lofoten. The bus has stopped in Henningsvær for around 1.5 hours. Henningsvær is a very small island which is not in the route between Lofoten and Svalbard. So there is no such public buses going between these two places. As I booked bus from West Arctic, which is one of the agencies that provide buses in northern Norway, this bus came to Henningsvær. From Henningsvær, it starts journey towards Rain and then to Lofoten. Today I don't need to cross any fjord. There is a roadways, but this roadways is considered to be one of the best roadways in the world in terms of scenic beauty. It covers so many mountains, hills, lakes, and obviously North Sea. In the bus I am traveling, there are hardly 3 to 4 people in that bus. It's a big Volvo bus, but there are hardly 3 to 4 people. Out of them I met one US couple yesterday. They are around at the age of 70s. They already have arrived southern Norway before. This is their first trip to northern Norway. Northern Norway is so peaceful and so full of serenity and so less people that in most of the beaches, like beautiful beaches like this one, you will hardly find any people. So you can't request people to capture your photograph also, because there are hardly any people going around. Driver gave me one polythene bags to cover my shoes so that while I'll come back to the bus, I won't make it dirty. The beaches in northern Norway are so beautiful and so peaceful that I can't explain while coming from a country like India. In most of the beaches in northern Norway, there is a facility of public toilet which is usually free of cost, and this water is coming after the ice in pole got melted. There are many people who come in these beaches for doing picnic because this is very ideal location for doing picnic, and people come with their own chair, table, cycles in the sea beaches so that they can set up their own system in sea beach and have picnic, make food, drink some wine and come back home after that. The journey started again from that sea beach towards Lofoten. So these all islands are called Lofoten Islands, which are supposed to be one of the best scenic beauties in the world. Right now the weather is a bit cloudy. Sometimes there was raining as well, but still there is quite a good visibility so that I can figure out the mountains, the lakes and North Sea. Usually these places were fishing villages, but right now these places are used as tourist destinations. The rooms are on the same size, shape and colors like many European cities. Here mostly it is red or white. So these shipping villages are mostly situated in fjord where there is a big ship also can enter, and some small ships which are used for fishing purposes. So right now I reached around the last point of Lofoten. This is called Rain or Rene. I don't know the exact pronunciation, but the place is really beautiful, and it's around 10 kilometers from Old Lofoten, which is the last point of Lofoten Islands. This place is very famous for water sports, kayaking and many water sports actually. And this place is the last inhabited place for Norwegian, because Old Lofoten there are hardly any people live in Old Lofoten, but Rain is a much better city or bigger city. There are supermarkets, there are restaurants, pubs, but I did not find any pubs or restaurant in Old Lofoten. I booked bus from Best Arctic. This was the bus, so it stayed around 15 minutes in rain. So I just took a walk, and there were snowfall the day before that. So there are some snows which we can identify in some hills. This area is really calm, and today the weather is very cloudy. আমার ক্ষেত্রে উত্তর নরওয়ে আসা এতটাই আকস্মাত ছিল, তার উপরে এই ট্রিপটা করা, যেটা ট্রমসো থেকে শুরু করে সোয়ালওয়ার থেকে শুরু করে ওল্ড লফোটেন, পৃথিবীর অন্যতম সেরা রোড ট্রিপ বলা হয়। কোনোদিন ভাবিনি এখানে আসব। হঠাৎ করে যেদিন আমি অসলোতে রয়েছি তার পরের দিন ট্রমসোতে যাব, হঠাৎ করে সেই দিন মনে হলো যে বুক করে দেখি, দেখলাম জায়গা নেই, পুরো বুক। তখন যোগাযোগ করলাম, বলল করে দিন, কোনো ব্যাপার না, ওয়েবসাইটে প্রবলেম আছে। ব্যাস সঙ্গে সঙ্গে করে দিলাম। তারপরে এই বেস্ট আর্কটিক কোম্পানির বাসে করে আর এখানকার লোকাল ট্রান্সপোর্ট যে জাহাজ হয় তাতে করে এগিয়ে চললাম লফোটেন দ্বীপগুলোর মধ্যে দিয়ে। এমনিতেই ইউরোপের লোকেরা বেশ স্বাস্থ্য সচেতন, তো এইরকম দৌড়াতে প্রায়ই দেখা যায়, কোনো আকস্মিক কোনো ব্যাপার নয়। আবহাওয়া ভালো হলেই দৌড়াতে শুরু করে এরা। আমি পৌঁছে গেছি লফোটেনে। ও লফোটেনে, ও লফোটেন, লফোটেনের শেষ প্রান্ত। এরপরে আর রাস্তা নেই। এই যে লেখা আছে এর ওপরে ও করা, এটাই আসলে উচ্চারণ ও লফোটেন। আমি অনেক জায়গায় এ লফোটেন বলেছিলাম, তো কেউ বুঝতে পারছে না। সবাই বলছে এ লফোটেনটা কী জিনিস। আসলে এটাকে ও লফোটেন বলে, এর মাথায় ও করা, উচ্চারণ ও লফোটেন। এটাই শেষ প্রান্ত লফোটেন আইল্যান্ডের। প্রচণ্ড সুন্দর এই জায়গাটা, লোকজন না বলতেই চলে। কোনো সেরকম সুপার মার্কেট বলেও কিছু নেই, রেস্টুরেন্টও আমি কিছু খুঁজে পাইনি। তবে ছোট ছোট অনেক ঘর রয়েছে যেখানে লোকজন থাকে। আমিও আসলে আজকে একখানা হোস্টেল বুক করেছিলাম এখানে, কিন্তু সেখানে থাকবো না, কারণ তাহলে আমি আগামীকাল ট্রমসো ফিরে যেতে পারবো না। আমার পরশু দিন ট্রমসো থেকে বার্গেনের ফ্লাইট, তাই আমায় ফিরে যেতে হবে যে করে হোক কালকে রাত্রিরের মধ্যে ট্রমসো। আর আমি এখন ট্রমসো থেকে প্রায় 500 কিলোমিটার দূরে রয়েছি, তাই আমার কাছে বেশি সময় নেই। এই আগামী 1.5 থেকে 2 ঘন্টাই যা আমি ঘুরে দেখবো লফোটেনকে।
Finally, I reached Old Lofoten, the last point of Lofoten Islands. After that, there is no roadways as such. If you search Old Lofoten in Google, you will find this picture where all the red houses and this water coming from North Sea kind of thing, and this bridge. So this is very famous locations in Lofoten. There are some cars, but most of the people who come here, they visit in the daytime and go back their home at night, because or some other location like Rene or Svalbard at night, because there is not much places here in terms of restaurants or pubs. Mostly some kind of homestays and hostels, but the beauty of the location is really good. And there are some trekking destinations from here. So all the hills here what I could capture, these hills are all trekking destinations. I started walking on the roads from where I came, because in Google Map it was showing that there was some kind of shooting point there. So hardly any people on the road. I just spotted a family of 4 who were walking ahead of me. The location just in front of North Sea is really beautiful, and every point is like picturesque point. But I forgot to go the last point of all Lofoten, for which I arrived here, because every places you go in all Lofoten you find some scenic beauty. It's around 7:30 p.m. and the bus will leave around 8:30 p.m. So right now I have to go the last point of all of Lofoten for which I came here, and I started walking that side because I found few people doing cycling there, but I don't know the exact locations. And suddenly while walking on that road I found the final destinations of all Lofoten, where Lofoten Islands end, and the destination is superb. I have never seen such kind of beauty of hills and mountains and like sea in the same picture. Although I am from the island side, but if someone sees it from the ocean perspective or someone is having the drone shoot, it looks really beautiful. And today this half cloudy environment makes it much better. There are hardly any people there, so I was just walking and there was no one to capture my photograph as well. So I put the selfie stick, and took my own picture. But due to clouds there are many hills apart from this one, the big hill, but we cannot see this hills more. We can spot it, but we cannot see the whole hills. The bus will leave soon and I have to leave the place because there are hardly any buses in this route. If I leave that bus right now, I have to wait around 14 hours. So tomorrow in the daytime there will be bus. Before that there is no bus in this route. There are only 3 buses, public buses, that goes from Svalbard to this place. There was some kind of snowfall probably one day back, and that's why some parts of the roads were muddy. I don't know, if I would have much time I would have explored much more, but this beauty of the area I'll remember for my whole life. So if someone is planning to visit Old Lofoten, be sure that you are on time for the buses, because in northern Norway bus service is great in terms of accuracy of timing, but not great in terms of number of buses. There are hardly any buses, so you need to be careful about the timing. If you miss one, the next bus will be long after that. On a way to the bus, I found this kind of snails. Although I don't have any intention to disturb them, but in the way I found many of them. I at first thought that they are some kind of fruits. Later I saw them moving. They are some kind of creatures. I have never seen this kind of creature in India, but it seems some kind of snails, black snails, or might be some creature that drinks blood. This is the time to go back to Svalbard because I'll spend tonight in Svalbard, and from there I have to go to Tromsø tomorrow because I have flight to Bergen from Tromsø the day after tomorrow. It's around 9 p.m. right now because it's 24 hours day in northern Norway, so you can't find black or the moon outside. And northern Norway is so peaceful and so less people that I am in a Volvo bus, big Volvo bus, where only driver and I am there. If I have time in future and energy in future, I would love to come here in the time of winter when everything will be filled by snow. But I don't know how can I see everything because it will be 24 hours night. But I enjoyed the summer beauty of northern Norway. Keep watching, subscribe, like my channel so that I can make more videos in English, and I will try to represent the more travel stories around the world. See you in next videos. Goodbye everyone.